Welcome to In the Know podcast. I'm your host, Debbie Lynn.
And I'm your host, Kenesha Boise, and welcome. Today we have guest John Galea, who is a singer and songwriter. Hello, John. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So you started your career at a very young age. I think it was around 13.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. What inspired you? Obviously, you started off as an actor doing theatre and then later on a bit of singing and songwriting. What inspired you when you were younger to want to do these things?
Well, it all comes down to my dad. He brought home electric organ one day he found randomly. And I couldn't play the piano or any musical instruments, but it kind of inspired me to start and find out how you played. And so I tinkled away and I did my grades and did all the classical bits. And from there, just skyrocketed even more and more and did my passed the classical grades and went into pop music because I wanted to see how commercial music was made, really.
Yeah. So was there a specific instrument that you preferred more out of any of the others?
Well, the first one was electric organ, and that's like a 3.
Yeah, very difficult to do.
But then I gradually moved on to the piano, which was obviously easier to do.
Which we see you play quite a lot, which I'm guessing is your favourite instrument.
Yeah, so basically I'm only keys.
Only keys.
I can't do guitar. I've tried, but no, I'm just a mainly key person. So.
Anything you'd like to try in the future?
Oh, it's having the time, I guess. I mean, the violin would be nice, but yeah. Do you guys play?
No, I would love to play the piano.
Yeah.
I'll
give you lessons if you want.
I would love some lessons. The violin, actually, I would love to because it is my favourite instrument to listen to. But every time I've tried to play violin, it kind of just squeaks and I can't get a proper sound.
I played violin when I was at school.
Did you?
I did.
I bet you were good, right?
I wasn't bad. I remember doing a concert that my parents had to come and suffer through. Definitely not. Yeah, and I can play like 3 by mice on the recorder as well.
Oh, no, that's all good.
Everyone's first
on the
thing to
repertoire.
learn.
I love it.
Sticking to acting, I think.
So obviously growing up and you've become very creative, obviously you do your music now. Was there any times that it got very difficult where you kind of thought, I can't do this, or anything that inspired you to keep going when things got difficult?
Yeah, I mean, that happens a lot. I mean, you know, when you get writer's block, that happens. But yeah, I suppose when I was growing up, moving to London was a huge challenge because I moved from Great Yarmouth, Norfolk to central London. And that's, you know, it's a huge move culturally and everything else. And I was very young. So moving there was difficult. And also like gigging and getting things moving in the music industry is really difficult and making connections. So there were times, yeah, absolutely, that it was a bit like, oh, why am I doing this? And there still are sometimes like that. But then you have to just remember why you do it. And that's, you know,
just keep persevering.
The love of the music, really.
Yeah.
And creating.
So tell us a little bit more about your acting career when you first started. So you're actually were you in the West End?
Yeah. So I started in amateur dramatics in Norfolk, which has been fantastic. And then I just grew and did Fiddler on the Roof at the Savoy, which was fun. Did some extra bits and TV work. I do like acting, it's fun, but it's a very different world to music. To be fair.
Obviously we was having a conversation earlier and you started out as an extra.
Yeah.
How did you find that before you kind of started getting on to bigger projects?
It was great experience, to be fair, and you meet some incredible people, and I really loved it. It was hard work at times, but then the locations you get to go to, it's just like you'd never imagine you'd be in some places in the world. So no, I had great fond memories of that. It was good times.
Do you think that singing and songwriting is your passion, though?
Yeah, even sitting down, waiting to go on set, I'd be like thinking of song ideas and...
Wow, yeah.
So, yeah, music's probably more than the acting at the moment.
Yeah.
But never say never in the future.
Yeah.
When you look back at everything from acting to the touring, and you used to write for others as well, where you are now, was there like a big turning point to kind of where you wanted to stop writing and doing things for other people as much and kind of wanted to progress your career forward?
To be honest, no. And even to this day, it's kind of a bit of both. So when I sit down on the piano, sometimes when I write a song, I kind of know it's not for me. I get that vibe, and I was like, oh, a woman's voice would be really good here, or this would be good for a boy band, or the rest of it. So I've always had that dual idea of what's best for the song.
Yeah.
To be fair, and that's led me to different places and working with some amazing artists along the ways. But for me, it's the journey of the song. It's a bit of both.
Obviously, you reached out and collaborated with people like Oronic. as well as is it McFly? Was it?
Oh, I've toured with them, but it's Scorcher and Nate James. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
so
very
so
lucky to
many
have some amazing
people.
people.
Did they reach out to you, or did you reach out with that to
It's
them?
a mix of both, to be fair. I mean, producers I've worked with in the studio have recommended rappers and things like that. So again, just like the journey of a song in different ways, and that's kind of exciting as well because they bring something new from their journey as well into the songs.
I love that. It's so exciting that you've toured with McFly.
You a fan?
I am.
They're
Big fan.
amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. So do you think artists, like music artists today, have to sort of be more than just music artists? Do you think they have to be sort of like content creators and a brand in their own right? And social media is a massive thing, isn't it now?
It is. It's a huge tool that can be for the benefit and also for the negative. Yeah, absolutely. So you end up being not just a musician, but a content creator as well. I found myself after COVID, I got into TikTok quite in a big way. I wanted to find out what this platform was. And so, yeah, it gets quite addictive. And it grew, luckily for me and the followers. And I tried to use my music and promote that on the other social media. So there is a way of kind of harnessing that as well. But yeah, you are right. It's a lot of different platforms that you have to spread yourself on nowadays. It's very different to when I started. Very different.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's added pressure that you have to kind of be a certain person online compared to who you are in real life?
I think there is a pressure, but unfortunately, if you are that, I think you get found out very quickly. People, it's easier to filter through to find that person. So the only thing you can be is authentically yourself, really.
Yeah.
Throughout
They
all
either
of
love
it.
you or hate you.
Yeah. So, you know, and you're going to get trolls or whatever you do.
Oh,
so,
yeah. There's always going to be one or two keyboard warriors out there, isn't there?
Absolutely. So it's best to be yourself. What's the quote? It's best to be yourself because everyone else is taken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% agree. I think being authentically yourself is the best way to go forward, especially like with your presence on social media and stuff like that. So before coming out as bisexual, do you think there was a pressure in the industry to be like a certain version of yourself, or have you always just been comfortable being yourself in every way, and that's never really been an issue?
No, it has been an issue completely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of biphobia around. I mean, back in the day, you know, homophobia in the music industry was huge. When I was 19, started out, there wasn't that many out and proud people in the LGBTQ plus community, to be honest with you. So, and it's been fantastic to see the artists develop that have come out. So, and that gave me a lot of confidence to come out as bisexual. But then I found there's a lot of biphobia that's come out because of that as well, and even within our own community, unfortunately. So that's why I love to do bi visibility where I can and raise awareness and do the prides, because you know it's not easy for people coming out even today, unfortunately.
You'll be an inspiration to so many other people as well, you know, to be able to be themselves genuinely,
authentically yourself, right?
Yeah,
totally.
Do you feel like there's still a lot of pressure around that, even though everyone does seem a little bit more accepting than they used to be?
It's definitely got better. I think which is fantastic. But yeah, there's always going to be homophobia or biphobia around, unfortunately. And anything that can be done to tackle that, I'm all for helping.
Yeah, good for you. So have you ever had to say no to something that looked like an amazing opportunity but just didn't quite feel right for you?
Probably. It comes around all the time. Yeah, you get the certain like reality shows that came up. Yeah, so you go, oh, do I want a trek in the middle of nowhere, or do I want like probably not for me, or do I do this reality TV show? Maybe not. So yeah, there have been opportunities, but you kind of have to work with your gut and see if they work or not.
See what that voice in your head kind of says.
Yeah, totally, and take some advice from the people around you and be like, oh, is this a good idea or not?
Is there anything that you've agreed to do and you kind of like thought, actually, I shouldn't have done that?
Plenty. No, I've been very fortunate so far. So touch wood. Everything's been good. Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who obviously is bisexual or in the community, and they're either too scared to come out or need the extra boost by someone like you to kind of have the confidence to speak to people or like show who they really are?
Well, it's very difficult because everyone's on their own journey, and so you don't want to rush people, and you don't want to, you know. But all you can be is authentically yourself, and hopefully that will shine to someone else to help them. But you know, it's no easy answer. It's just you have to let their journey progress as they want
in their
to.
own time.
Yeah. Totally.
All you can do is be you, and obviously,
authentically yourself.
You're very obviously your social media page is very pro.
Yeah, totally.
And I think that will inspire a lot of people who you probably have never even met. They just kind of look at what you've done,
and that's why I do the prides and I
yeah.
march as well. I've done a lot of work with Stonewall as well, so I tried to get involved as much as I possibly can.
I think people will see that and they'll inspire them.
Well, hopefully, hopefully.
I'm sure they will. Obviously, you'll never know, but I'm pretty sure there's a few hundred people out there who's kind of who they are today thanks to people like you. Obviously, we're going to go to something a little bit personal now. And obviously, people who don't know your full story, you went through cancer as a teenager. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and your journey and how that shaped how you are today?
Yeah, so I was doing Amdram in Norfolk and became ill, and I thought it was just flu, and then gradually got worse, and then I was like 15 at the time, I think.
So very young.
Yeah, teenager, and so I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Wow.
Yeah, so and then I had to have 6 months chemo, lost all my hair, and all the things that come with that. It was a very difficult time. I was doing my GCSEs at the time as well. So
hopefully they gave you a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, especially in the French. But I did them all in hospital.
Oh wow! Okay.
Hooked up to chemo.
I would just use that as full blown excuse to be like, "I'm so sorry, guys."
And I remember the teacher used to come in, and I used to be like, "Oh, do we have to do lessons today?" And she was like, "Yeah, we should really." So yeah, there were difficult times. But my family were amazing, and the community in Norfolk were amazing, raising money and stuff. So I was very fortunate in a lot of ways. But one of the key things I took away from it is that positivity. You have to remain positive as much as you can, and I think that really got through me. That and my faith. So both of those really helped, and just strived me forward to move to London to pursue the dream and do what I can to make it in the industry.
Give you that little bit of a second chance.
Yeah, a little bit. Life is so short.
Yeah.
And it goes by so quickly that you have to make the most of every moment. You
do, and if you've got that dream, like, just go for it.
And moments like that kind of showed me it's now or never. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go and do it.
So you touched on your faith a little bit there. Mm-hmm. Is that a religion?
Well, yeah, I was brought up a Catholic. And my relationship with God and Jesus is very important to me. But and I go more in depth with that in my forthcoming album. So I've got a few tracks about that, which is exciting.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love God. I'm a Christian.
Oh,
I love gospel music.
Oh, yeah, it inspires me.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
But, with the LGBTQ plus community, it kind of... There's
a clash, yeah.
So that's something I explore on the album as well. So,
Do you find many people in churches actually are kind of against people in the community? I feel like the church I go to, I haven't been there for a while because unfortunately I have to work those days, but I still watch them online. They are very accepting when it comes to things like that. Do you feel like there's a lot of churches that still need to improve when it comes to accepting people?
Yeah, I mean, I think progress is being made every day, which is great, especially from when I was a teenager and coming out. So that's great. But yeah, there's always going to be difficulties, I think, unfortunately. And phobias, so that need to be looked at.
We're going to backtrack a little bit to obviously your diagnosis, and we've listened to the part of the story where it kind of inspired you to be who you are today and push forward and move to London. But was there times where you was kind of thinking, why me, and kind of wanted to give up, or like instead of thinking why not me and get through it, was you just kind of hating everyone, or was you just like there for the support and just trying to
there were dark times, absolutely. There were some really dark times. But, I mean, one time I think it was New Year's Eve, I was looking out at the hospital window and there was fireworks going on, and it comes like, what am I doing here? It's like you do question things.
Yeah.
But then that's where my faith came in and the support around you really kicked in and really helped. So in those dark times, you have to find that positivity where you can, as I said before. A
little bit of light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, total, to get you through, and definitely helped me get through, for sure.
It's good that you had that community and that support.
Yeah, I was very fortunate.
Especially when you're a young age, a lot of people might not have that.
Absolutely, a lot of people are not so fortunate, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What does success look like to you?
What does... that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
What is success? I suppose it's just me being authentically myself and putting my message out and making my music. And if it can connect to anyone, brilliant. That's success for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it just means something different to everyone, and I think everyone's got an idea of a goal, an end goal in mind, and like when I get to this point, I'll see myself as successful, you know. But it's just so different for everyone, isn't it?
And it changes all the time as well. You know what I mean? So it develops with how you grow up as well, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's if someone can relate to some music or get some positivity from it or help, you know, that means more to me than data or charts and all the rest of it.
Yeah. Can we talk about your new track, Songwriter?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's just come out, I think, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. It feels very personal and it feels very raw. What got you to the starting point of that song and wanted to write that?
Well, Songwriter is probably one of the most hardest songs I've ever written just because it's taken so long. I got into the studio with an amazing producer called Brian about 20 years ago with this idea of a song called Songwriter, and we came up with an idea, and it just didn't work for me. It just didn't fit right, so I kind of shelved it. But I knew I wanted to write a song so I knew there was something there.
Yeah.
And so writing the album that's coming out, I sat at the piano and this song just flowed out of me. And I was like, there you go. That's what I wanted to say. And then got in the studio and that Songwriter was born. But yeah, it's a very gospel driven song about sharing whatever you have, how little, how much you have with the most important person in your life. And it's one of my favourite songs. Yeah. And so I was like, oh my God, yes, this is, let's release this. Let's do this.
Well, I feel like things don't happen. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah. And obviously it wasn't ready back then, but it is now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Obviously when you look back at everything, your journey hasn't been an overnight sensation. It's been kind of like a slow burn. And it's steady and it's evolving over time. Do you think that's kind of helped you stay grounded?
Yeah, very much so. That has helped me, as well as my family. They always help. But yeah, it's you do have the overnight sensations that get lost within the industry.
Yeah.
And I never wanted to be that kind of person. You know, I'm very grounded as a person. So yeah, that's probably helped a lot.
I think that ends up being a lot more sustainable for like a long-term career as well.
Yeah, and you know, and then you can mix your personal life with your career and it kind of works better.
Yeah, it makes you seem more relatable and reliable and people can connect to the person you are. Yeah, I think.
And you connect to your fans as well.
Yeah.
Even better. Yeah, it's true.
So when people listen to your music, what do you want them to feel?
It depends on the song they're listening to.
Yeah.
But overall, I suppose positivity, you know, hope for themselves. They can find anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy. Yeah.
Is there anything that you've learned about yourself with the whole entire journey from when you were a teenager to now? And is there anything that you kind of see for yourself in the future that's yet to come?
Oh, God. If only I had a crystal ball.
A bit of a past and what you want for the future.
Oh, Lord.
Any plans?
Yeah, there's plenty of plans for the future. Obviously, the album's coming out and
Yeah.
hopefully do some tours with it and some festival appearances would be great. But it's ever changing, ever evolving, especially as an artist when I was younger. To see things I've done so far, I'd be like, wow, I can't believe you did that. So
Yeah.
Little you would be proud.
yeah, absolutely. So
and do you have any advice for anyone that's looking to just start their music career?
yeah, it be authentically yourself, I suppose.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to challenge your artisticness and get your message out there in any way you can. Go on all the socials because it does help. Harness that, just be true to yourself.
Love that. Yeah,
I
that's
really
brilliant.
like that. I feel like as well, if someone's scared to start, I feel just progressing forward and kind of ignoring the people that tell them they can't do it.
Oh God, I've had over the industry, especially the music industry. Oh my goodness, yeah. You come up with no's as an acting, you do as well.
Yeah.
You come up with so many no's, and you know, looking back, I've had some interesting emails from industry people who've said, "Oh no, you're not very good," blah the rest of it, and then I ended up working and writing songs for their artists in the future. So someone's opinion isn't.
It's just that. It's just their opinion.
You just need to find the right person to say yes.
Yeah. If you believe in yourself and you know what you're doing, then just keep on going no matter what.
So have you had many people in your life that's kind of not believed that you could get to where you are now, and you kind of wanted to show them, actually, I can?
More for myself rather than for them.
Yeah.
But I think that's important. You should do it for yourself rather than try to prove a point to anyone.
It's more for passion.
Yeah. But yes, of course, you come across those, locked doors or closed doors, and it's how you hammer through them. You kick through them as much as you can.
I always say a no is just a yes. You have to work a little bit harder for.
I love that. That's good. Yeah, totally. So yeah, I've had them, but and there's a song on the album about that as well. My journey through the industry.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this new album.
Are you able to tell us when the album's out?
Later on this year, which is exciting.
I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm super. It's been such a long time coming. It's my debut album, and I've had like 6 EPs that have been building up, and I've never really had. I've been waiting for that moment to release the album, and I've just never. I don't know what I've been waiting for, but now it's time to go. It's time to release it.
Feels like the right time.
The whole lot's come together. The right amount of songs, the right meaning, and what I wanted to express as me as an artist. And
I don't think it could have come at a better time as well with the world in the state it's in.
Yeah, it needs that.
So I think everyone needs this album.
Well, I feel like obviously you said you don't know why you haven't done it sooner, but obviously it didn't feel right then, and it does now. So again, it must be around the people that you feel like can listen to it and understand it and relate to it more now than they would have then.
Yeah, I think everything happens for a reason, and the timing as well. So, yeah, I'm just excited to get the songs out. A lot of them are very personal songs as well, so people get to see a little bit of me and my journey as well. There's a song on it called Great Yarmouth. Yeah. So that's so it's from my hometown, and it's about me growing up. So it's
quite vulnerable. Yeah.
I tried to be
probably quite cathartic as well as a songwriter.
But that's also, in a way, it's like a form of therapy songwriting for me. Like when I sit at the piano and this music comes out of me and the lyrics, it's very therapeutic.
Is there anything that will help? Obviously, because we've not got much time left on the timer.
Sorry, that's my fault. I talk a lot. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I love talking, as you guys know. Is there any advice and tips that you'd like to give anyone who's in the industry or starting out or kind of wants to become a musician or a singer-songwriter? Is there any advice and tips you can give to them, or if someone who has a bit of writer's block and how to get out of that? Or
it's really hone your craft. It's really go back to what makes a song, or if you're learning a musical instrument, you've got to dedicate the time to learn. You've got to put the effort and the work in, and once you put the work in, hopefully the rest of it follows. But it's put the time in to do the practice, and the rest of it will come.
Do you feel people, if they can only write and sing but can't do a musical instrument, do you reckon they could still kind of be able to get their stuff out there by just giving it to other people? Or
absolutely. There's always avenues. And I've worked with a lot of people who just, who can't sing a note or can't play a musical instrument, but their lyrics are phenomenal. Yeah. Or, there's different people out there with different skills. But no, just get it out there as much as you can, and believe in yourself if you can.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been lovely.
It's been a lovely chat, and I can't believe the timer's going to beep up in a minute. But it's been really lovely having you on, and I thank you so much for coming all this way to have a chat and give everyone some information and advice and tips. And obviously, is there any socials that you're on more that people can kind of stay connected?
Well, if everyone's on TikTok, that's the way forward now. TikTok, Instagram, and new music videos are coming on YouTube, so always check that out.
So you're just on there as John Galea?
Yeah, so on TikTok, John Galea 24. I think Instagram just John Galea, but just
type in the main part and we'll find
and watch out for John's album a bit later on this year, which is called.
Oh,
you're not gonna reveal. Are we gonna get an exclusive?
Yeah, I can't quite yet.
We can't.
We just know it's out then mid to end this year.
End of the year.
End of the year.
Which I'm very excited.
Watch out on your channels for the announcements.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.